Hello, people of the United States and the world at large. Um, my name is Hayes Stooksbury. Introduce
I'm
yourself,
Ed.
Ed.
I'm Ed Middlecoff.
I'm Presley Patterson.
And we are Middle America. The purpose of this
Right.
is to be a voice of the people, especially in terms of cinema. We are all major fans of cinema and also think that the whole industry is just so out of whack recently. And one of the reasons why we're calling ourselves Middle America is because we're not weirdos who only think that a movie made in black and white in the year 1902 France is great. I don't even like the country of France. So obviously I don't like their movie.
Doesn't.
I like movies that are in English. I like them in color. I like, we're just regular guys. And we also, a lot of movies have also been getting very, I think the word is progressive. Just show me cool shit. I don't really care about all this like stuff. And I think a lot of people are afraid that they're going to be seen as like bad when they say that. It's just how everyone feels. And so we're here to embody that voice for you, the people.
And
Um,
you can have messages like that. You can have. I mean, we're not saying that like,
yeah.
everyone should be straight. Everyone should be this and this and this.
Yeah.
We just don't want the entire movie or the entire show to be about that.
Yeah.
Like we'll talk about it in a little bit, but the new Star Trek show is
Oh,
exactly what is wrong
oh, man.
with cinema and Hollywood and just in general today. That is exactly what is wrong. We don't want that. We want Kirk. We want Spock. Give me Patrick Stewart and Picard. That's cool. And and they're just completely going away from what. I mean, not completely. There's some there's some good entries lately, but just middle America. That's what we want. That's what we need.
Yeah, we've been trying out too many new styles and systems. It's not working out. So you gotta stick to what we know.
Yeah, just go back to going making good movies. And I will say, I think we're heading into what could be the greatest year of cinema. I think Hollywood has made so many mistakes that they're now aware of. And they're also, no one's going to the theater anymore. And I think they're throwing every dime they have into this upcoming year, which we'll get to. But let's just kick things off and talk about Stranger Things, the Stranger Things
Mm.
final
New
season.
Stranger Things season.
If I had to
Very contentious. Very high budget.
very $400 million, 3 years of waiting
Wow.
and nothing, absolutely nothing. Um, this show literally blew Chunky Dukes. It was so ridiculously terrible that it hurt my feelings. Actually, like I'm actually like it hurt my feelings. Um, I don't know. What do y'all think?
Oh,
It honestly made me feel like I wasted 10 years of my life being of like cuz that's I mean it took place from 83 to 87 and it was filmed in 10 years. Millie Bobby Brown got Botox. Everyone got married. Like Joe Keery is 33 playing a like a 21, 22-year-old guy. I just think it took way too long and it took way too long to write it. I mean, the behind the scenes was just an abomination for season 5. It took entirely too long and it was just really underwhelming. They were too scared to make any risky decisions and I just think that all the setup that they had in season 4 was just completely melted down the drain in season 5. I was so disappointed.
I agree. Very disappointing. Comparing it to like the first season and the first two seasons, like those were like low key scary. They're like you consider that a thriller. But like
They
now,
were scary. They weren't. There wasn't no
yeah.
low key about it. It was scary.
Yeah, it was scary, and then they just completely like switched that vibe. Like it's just, I think people were complaining that it was too scary, so they just completely took that away and changed like from it being like a thriller kind of scary thing to more like fantasy. Honestly, they kind of like I think it was like a complete 180 but just like the style and aesthetics of it.
And I will say, I pulled up this clip from the very end of they came out with 3 volumes, okay, because that's what Netflix does now, I guess, instead of just like releasing episodes. But the end of the first volume, which was like the fourth episode, actually was pretty sick. You had Vecna come out and like face the whole military, and then Will does his, thing where he like stops the Demogorgons, I guess. And that was actually really
Yeah.
cool. And I thought like, oh, it's we're going places. I do just have
Yeah, this was a big build up to something,
I do just have
you
to say
know?
he stops 3 Demogorgons, right? He goes like this, and then he goes like this, and then he goes like this, you know? And I always thought if there was a fourth, he would have to go like this. Like, what if there was like a
Yeah,
hundred of them,
thank
dude?
God.
Like
Oh,
dancing.
he would
It,
have
it,
been,
it,
that would be, he would,
it's like you're playing Hangman and you keep having to add body parts just because you don't want the game to end. But
Yeah.
it's just like I mean, eventually you'd run out at some point.
yeah,
But in
yeah,
that scene too, right before he did that, Vecna walks out and gets hit with like tanks and like 80 AK-47s from the US military who are extremely incompetent.
Extremely,
History
they're,
of
th-
the world.
them are stormtroopers. I mean,
it's crazy. It's
it's quite
crazy.
possibly up for
Well,
debate.
I'd take them because they'll just let me go after I'm done. They'll just,
Yeah,
did you blow up the
yeah.
Death Star? Well, uh,
It's gone now. I guess you can go.
nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah,
But
that was crazy.
yeah, that had me really excited. And Vecna just ate like thousands of rounds of bullets, and then later gets absolutely decked by 10
by
children
fire
with no conventional weaponry.
by
There's
Joyce Byers.
one axe and balloons, water balloons filled with lighter fluid, which worked, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I think a big problem that people had with the ending especially is and the kind of the progressive thing that we were talking about is that Will's coming out scene
Coming
was
about.
longer than the final battle. And it's like we were saying, if you want to have a gay character, that's by all means like go for it. At times like I'm sure throughout the story, like we've all known he's been gay for like years at this point.
Since probably season three,
Yeah.
if
That's when he started being like,
Yeah, it's been like a couple
you know,
seasons now.
hey,
It's been
Will.
known.
And it's like, okay,
not
he's
my fault you don't like girls. Like they had that set up from season three when Mike says that to Will, when they when Will wants to be the D&D guy and
yeah.
Mike and Lucas are having girl problems and Mike's just like, it's not my fault you don't like girls. Like they've been setting that up.
Yeah, so like we all knew he was gay. I don't think anyone really cared. But the fact that they gave us a
No.
7-minute monologue coming out scene with like 10 characters there that don't even know Will or like just met him and they just learned that the world is about to end. Like if I was one of those people that had just met Will, just heard that the devil is real and hell is coming to earth, and then we have to take 10 minutes to listen to this kid, like I'm like, there are bigger fish to fry here. Like no offense,
And
Will,
and
but
Yeah, like Robin's girlfriend and then the teacher, like they
yeah,
just figured
Clark.
out what the hell's going on. They just figured
the
out like
the
demons are
guy with
here.
the beard who like brought them supplies, like he doesn't know
He,
Will. Like why does he need to be
we doesn't
there?
know well, but he knows what's going on. But like, but yeah, but still, Hopper, Steve, like they don't really know Will. Oh, actually, it's
Wasn't
Hopper.
Hopper
Not
actually wasn't there. And I know that because during that scene, I kept looking around for Hopper because I knew he'd be the only guy. Just like, what are we doing? Can we get back to planning for the end of the world? Like
it
guys, like
wasn't that 11 and Max's reuniting scene?
they
Was
didn't even
that
did they even reunite like
they
in a
that
big way?
they did, but it was like it was just like, oh, hey, like,
Hey,
and
yeah, I've just been trapped in a brain for 2 years in a coma.
yeah, I'm stuck in the
can't move my
woods. I don't know.
body.
I don't even know how I lived. and just no, but whatever.
Yeah.
But so like you can like having a coming out scene is not bad with no context because it serves as a purpose to be like, okay, Vecna can't get me because I don't have any trauma, because Vecna
Yeah.
attacks people with trauma, like Chrissy and the freaking news reporter. I think his name is Henry, who works with Nancy in season 4. So it's like, yes, they have trauma that they're holding back. They don't want anyone to know, and that's how they're vulnerable. So doing that, he's being courageous and being like, okay, like I'm putting my pride aside, pride, no pun intended. Um, and coming out to a group of just a ragtag group of people, like a Suicide Squad, damn near, but how can you possibly have that be longer than a fight with a kaiju demon Vecna? Like how on
Yeah.
earth is that possible? With like Steve and Robin there just like standing there in with a bunch of green screen behind them and like 11 she does that cool that little cool jumping thing and then they just kind of win. And I can't believe that they made a coming out scene longer than a final fight that they released in theaters, wanted everyone to show up to, had all these setups, be like, you're not going to believe this ending. Fans, like the Duffer Brothers recently said in an interview that they were like, we can't believe that nobody predicted the ending. It's because all these fans like predicted cooler and way higher stakes endings than everyone
Yeah.
living except for Callie, the 11 sister,
Yeah,
and
that was like
like
no one really
and
cared about that movie for
yeah, and
real.
who
No one was sad to
cares
see her go.
that I because in the difference between season 2 and season 3, season 2 is dark, scary. Will's having the mind flare, the spy. Bob dies. Almost
Yeah.
goat character. And then season 3 is just this 80s nostalgia rush, Starcourt Mall
Hmm.
festivals, all of this, girls, hairstyles, all of that. And a big reason for that was because people hated Callie. They hated that episode. And I remember people were furious about that episode. And then they bring her back just for her to be the only character that dies in season 5.
Yeah, just a disliked character. Oh my.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
it's
she was
just
probably one of my least favorite characters throughout the new season.
She sucked. She was such a downer.
Yeah.
Every like,
Every time, bro.
like lighten up,
yeah.
dude.
And exactly,
Too
and
much
I
screen time.
and I just can't believe that they had all of this time, all of these actors and actresses, and all they could come up with was a shorter scene than a guy coming out as gay.
And I
Also,
think it's important to
not
note
even
that,
that.
like,
It's just like I feel like they should have been just a more epic battle. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you should like
$400 million.
yeah, someone besides Elle or Kate or Callie should have died. You know what I mean? Like I was kind of disappointed in the fact that we didn't see like a major like Jonathan or a Hopper sacrifice. I really was expecting Hopper to make a big sacrifice, bro. But like, there's none of that. They took him down like low key easy. Like you said, like water balloons full of fucking gasoline, lighter fluid and shit, and like fucking just spears, like with spears and shit, and like
Damn near medieval weapons.
dude,
It,
they
wa- it
yeah,
chose the spear, which was literally just a stick with a knife duct taped to it, over guns. Like Dustin gave that to Steve, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take this over." Take the gun.
take the damn gun
Take the
and
yeah,
gun every time. Do they even use those weapons in any way?
barely. The guns didn't even do anything. That's the thing. Like it
and and,
wasn't
and
even the
Steve
guns that
Steve
did. It was all the
doesn't
fire.
Steve yeah Steve passes up the chainsaw and goes for the spear or something. But it
Yeah, a
also
chainsaw would have been great.
it's also a problem with inconsistencies with the overall with the Demogorgon, in my opinion, because it's really good at taking out nameless military characters, but Karen Wheeler like put up a fight, like and with a broken wine bottle, and she was drunk too. Like, and I just don't understand, and I think that's a problem with like and there's a scene where, first of all, they drug Derek's family. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And they destroy his house, setting up this trap for this Demogorgon, and like all these things, like it can't kill it. but like Lucas is throwing water balloons or fire balloons at it, and then every time it gets close to Lucas, it does this so stupid scream, and it's just like, okay, you're not intimidating anymore. We know you're not going to kill
And
any no one's
anyone
gonna
here
die because like they would be this close and Demogorgon would be like, and then Lucas would do like a Scooby Doo runaway where the villain just like standing there like this and the reaction time is but then
yeah.
with nameless military characters it's just like all right you're
They
dead it doesn't
dude,
matter
yeah,
how
they're
many
actually like lobbing them up, they're alley ooping their homie, bro. They're on demon time in like the first three episodes of season five, the first like half, they were
yeah.
like just murking
Dude, they were
military
like
guys
the
left and right.
scary part of the show in those first four episodes. Like they were
I
like
know.
it it was like Scooby-Doo times 10. Like they had their shit locked. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like they really know what they're doing. They kidnapped
I
the whole
know.
family." And then we never see them again. I assume they're all dead because they
Yeah,
literally
I'm
Come
had
assuming
out.
I guess
bags on
Will
their
killed them all.
faces for days. They didn't eat anything. There's no water. Those people are Derek's family is gone.
Is dead.
It's dead. They're
Yeah, yeah.
dead.
They never told us what happened with them. And like, what the fuck are they gonna do about their house being absolutely destroyed? Like, they're gonna sue the fuck out of all of them. Like, there's just so many plot holes. They just left.
There's
Like,
so many plot holes.
what's going
And
on with the Turnbows? I'm sure they're not happy right now with the state of their house
wait, just
and
before we
them.
go into more plot holes, I just want to say one last thing about this speech. I think most people really don't care at all about like Will being gay or even him coming out or even it being like a long thing. But the fact that you're doing this uh on the episode before the biggest finale I'm supposed to see. That would essentially be like right before Luke Skywalker and the rest of the rebels go to attack the Death Star, and Han Solo gets all the rebels and tells them that he's gay, like right before the battle.
Who have no connection to him
Because
whatsoever.
yeah, he just met these people. It's like, hey guys, I know this is serious stuff. I know we're going into space battle, but I don't like pussy. I just wanted you to know that. I'd be like, okay.
Or
Good for
like
you, but we
Like
gotta.
Chewie or something.
Yeah, no.
What? Whoa, Chewie.
This changes everything. It's like, get in your ship. Let's
uh,
talk about this later.
I,
Like,
I I I think
well,
I
I
think I
see.
think if you go ahead, Ed.
Well, I think really the whole point of him doing it was because like if he didn't, he would have not been able to beat Vecna. He had to come over this fear.
okay, but that's
Um,
the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I've,
Because
I've,
at
I've,
what
mm.
point, and I was waiting for it. I was waiting for their big fight for Vecna to just be like, to pull out that last card and say, all right, everybody, Will is gay.
What a lose! And then Will's
Everyone just
like, too late.
everyone just throws up their hands. Vecna, you win. Holy shit. What?
I think in with better script writers in a better movie or show, they would have had like Vecna because with Chrissy like and even Max like she had a couple episodes, she had a couple visions, she had stuff like that, and then eventually not on the first try but like on the third one, like that's where Max goes, that's where Chrissy goes. I would have had it where Vecna was trying to get Will because he sensed that he had these superpowers and stuff, and Will could like sense these visions and like be scared to be like, oh man, like I have this thing and I'm so scared to tell people. And then like before like Vecna's having this vision, he's like damn near about to do the thing with the eyes and they roll back and he lifts up in the air. I would have had Will be like, guys, like I have something to tell you. Mom, please come here. Jonathan, come here. Mike, all of his friends, not Mr. Clark and Vicky, the redhead, and just these. And it goes back to this thing like Stranger. It just has so many characters and has so many plot lines that it just can't fit them all together. Like Steve never
yeah,
talks to Will, and Steve's everyone's but most people's favorite character. And
he's
then
my
you just have all
favorite.
these ragtag. Never shared words, yes. On screen. The Duffers will probably come in an interview and be like, "Oh, they were best friends off screen. I don't know what you guys are talking about." Just like they
They
do with
actually
everything. But
Yeah.
banging each other out there.
yeah. Dude, they're best friends. We don't need to show them on screen. Who wants to see that? But and then like that's like all of his people, the core from season 1 in a scene where Will is just like, you can do the I don't like girls. And Vecna and then Vecna's thing, it kind of goes away because Will has no nothing he's holding back, no grudges, no secrets. And so that's how in a more well done show that cost $400 million.
In an upside down
Oh.
universe. Man,
Oh.
see what I did there?
Hey. That was nice. That was a good one.
I did.
That was good.
But
Good
yeah, I
one. No,
mean, those
that's a
those just last four episodes in general, it was like the volume two or whatever, the three episodes that came out next, it was three episodes of just filler nonsense. Everyone has their own plan. All right, so this is the upside down. And if we take and put it through the roof, then Vecna dies. It's like, dude, all right, how many times do I have
I
to?
know how
Oh
many times are we
my
gonna see like
gosh.
them build out a plan, dude?
They restated like everyone had their own plan, and they would
Like
have to
their
show
own
it
little
a
tools.
million times. It was so annoying, dude. It's
I know.
like,
I was like,
And
we
and
get
and
it. Like you've done this
and
once now.
and the things that they were trying to diagram out and talk about, they were so simple. You could like their plan was to get Erica to go in and drug Derek's family so they could go in and take out the Demogorgon. And they had all these figurines to do that. I'm just like, you could have just told us that. Like they were drawing out this plan. It's like, and this is someone who can get close to him, and this is Derek's family, and this is us or something like that. And you don't have to do that. You can just be like, all right, it's a stupid plan. It is a absolutely ridiculous plan. They're just and also criminal. My God,
very criminal. But
where is
I
the
think that was justified, honestly. They're trying to. What's not justified is how they treated the Derek's family after this incident.
After the fact. And
But
their house,
during,
they low key fucked the house up.
yeah, during it honestly
yeah?
seemed logically in my head. I was like, yeah, they gotta do this shit. But then it's like, let these people go. They don't,
Yeah, they just
they're not
left them
part of
there.
this. But yeah,
They
like,
left them there.
but yeah, they do just over explain where they don't even need to show visual representation. Like when Steve was doing the last plan, and it was like
Mm.
funny because Steve had never like done this before or like had a plan. And he has
Hey, everyone's got to do it at some
yeah.
point.
He had his
Yeah,
little thing like this, and then he had a slinky, and he was like, "What if we go up?" He could have just said, "Let's take an elevator up there," which is what they did. Okay, like you don't need to do all this extra
yeah,
stuff.
do his
This
whole
is an elevator. We
presentation.
get in it. We go up the elevator.
We get to our destination,
We
and
open the door. We come out.
I mean, yeah, it was just stupid. And then when we get to the final episode, I assume most people did this honestly. They killed Vecna and then they press the little up arrow on their screen and see that there's still an hour and a half left. You go, "Oh, they're fucking with me. This is oh, he's not actually dead." Like
Vecna's not dead. He was manipulating because Vecna has manipulation powers that he rarely uses, and it's so
Yeah.
useful. And it could literally win solo the entire squad 13 times over. But no, he's actually dead.
I mean, it's yeah, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, "No, this
And then
can't be
after
him."
that, though, oh, the military. There's still a military. You know, you're like, oh, I guess Vecna is actually dead. But then you're like, fuck, no, the military's right there.
I know
We're
when
gonna
they
get
got
jump.
back to the military, I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Here's
Here's
the
this is what
fight.
we're. Yeah,
Here's the
now
fight. Here we
something
go.
is going to happen. And then not only did uh L fake died, so no one really died besides
No,
the Indian
Callie.
girl with the shaved head, who no one liked anyway.
I mean, dude, I'm pretty sure. I think Elle died. I don't even know what the. I don't know what the whole thing about Mike.
It's supposed to be
Is.
ambiguous, but there's no way. I just from what I've seen, I don't think the Duffers have the balls to actually kill 11. I just don't.
I agree. I think they're pussies. And just like a little off topic, but one of the things that really annoyed me is when she got to this scenery right here and there was only two waterfalls in sight. Like, look, it's like, dude, they're
This supposed to be three.
so fucking lazy. Like CGI it, just make a fake waterfall. Like
Yeah.
I just am looking
You
for.
you can add $50,000 to that $4 million budget and CG a third waterfall. That is literally the setup. That is like the only because another problem with what I have is just like I don't just the core kids from season one. They were all so likable. You loved every single one of them. You tried to resonate with one of them. You're like, oh, Dustin's just the fun guy who kind of hates Elle a little bit. Lucas is just like the voice of reason. Mike is just the leader of the party. Will is just that
Yeah.
guy. It was horrible luck. And but they're so funny together. And by season five, they just don't like talk to each other. Nobody. And
Yeah,
like
their characters just became so different. Steve became stayed the best through it
Steve stayed the
all.
best.
He was
And
great.
with that first season, when they were all kids, everyone gave Millie Bobby Brown such props because she actually shaved her head. And then she does the exact
mhm.
opposite in this season. And she's become such a terrible actress because she can no longer emote. She has no
Yeah.
facial emotions anymore. They're gone. She looks like that episode of SpongeBob SquarePants when Squidward is like super handsome.
With all the Botox.
Yes, that is exactly what she looks like, dude. It's
I yeah, I think that goes to a little bit of what in season one, 11, obviously she has social issues and she doesn't really know what things are. Like she doesn't know what a recliner is. She barely knows what a clock is. She has all these things. She's figuring it out. She's a fish out of water, and Mike sees her as a human.
Ego.
And yeah, she loves Eggo waffles because she just figured out what those were. But now she's been a human for like, or a human. She's been in the real world. Granted, most of it was at Hopper's cabin for like 4 years. And now she still has the same. She's like, I can go faster. Like she still has kind of that dialogue where it sounds like AI almost because she doesn't sound like a real person. So I just can't believe they wouldn't give her like more speaking lines besides like you are like Papa, like just it's just stuff like that. And in season one, I thought she was great. I thought she was great. I was like, wow, she's
Hmm.
she's she's damn near the future. And then now I'm just like, I don't know what role you could possibly do right now. I don't.
Squidward.
Yeah, I know.
She can be female hot Squidward.
Dude, she literally
Dude,
like and her and Mike also, I thought their relationship was like a big part of the show. And they
me too.
spoke with each other like three times that whole season. Like, as far as I'm concerned, there were only two real couples in that show. Lucas and Max and Steve and Dustin. And Steve and Dustin were
Pretty
by far
much,
the
yeah.
best, bro. They were literally like an old married couple. And they were
Yeah,
awesome.
They literally acted like one. Yeah.
their chemistry was
Mike and
great.
Elle didn't even talk. It was honestly weird because like when Elle died, I didn't even feel like Mike was super sad because we
Mike
had
was just like, oh
together all
man.
season. Yeah. It was like,
Oh shit, man. Gosh.
and the fact that they just got let go, like nothing happened. Like, oops, my bad.
I
Nancy
man,
Wheeler killed like 20 soldiers.
no punishment
Yeah.
ever. No
No
punishment. I
punishment.
cannot believe that.
Eh,
Nancy Walkham Down Wheeler literally killed. I think it was
About Scott
10. I
Speed.
want to say it was like 10. Still,
Dude,
that
I
is
mean,
that.
Hopper killed a
if that
lot.
was like the
Elle killed a
real,
Yeah,
lot.
that is a
that
KD ratio.
is
That's a
quite the Katie. That's
that
a
is
good
quite the
Katie
KD.
ratio.
That's
She
more
wouldn't
than
be arrested, bro. She'd be recruited.
that's my.
They honestly, dude, the military might need Nancy Wheeler because she had a shotgun and just was decking high class. You have to assume these are like the PJs, SEALs, Marines that are in this uh,
Top classified.
CIA base, and they all are like blind and deaf. It's a bunch of Helen Kellers out there just like running around getting absolutely butt fucked by a 19-year-old girl who I know she's actually like 40 in real life because this show started like 100 years ago. But in the show, she's like in her early 20s, just a little. She's like 90 pounds, little bitty ass,
Like
shotgun.
like a happy meal would do wonders for her. I
Oh my
mean,
gosh, well, her and that Jonathan guy are married in real life, and they got like
yeah.
arrested for bringing cocaine to an airport. So she's probably railing lines left. Probably Jonathan too, because he looks like,
Oh my gosh. No, I
Her
didn't
and
know. I didn't know
Jonathan,
that.
man.
dude,
That's
he's
pretty funny.
Jonathan might be one of the ugliest human beings I've ever seen in my life. Like,
He looks like a female in season five. In season five, he literally looks like a female.
yeah,
And
those edits where they show him running and he's always running like sideways and stuff.
so unathletic.
Maybe it's the cocaine, dude. Maybe, maybe him and Nancy are just on rails the whole time. I don't know. But
Maybe, bro.
Probably. Probably. Um, but I wanna mention something that's just an overall writing issue with the Duffers that they've always had. So I was reading this thing, and they first of all, they would put like stuff that was referenced that was created in 1985, but they were trying to put it in like a 1983 scene, and like Winona Ryder had to repeatedly correct them about issues. And did you know the Duffers never even played Dungeons and Dragons?
really,
No, they
Really?
they never did. They never. I thought that was insane. How you could premise a whole show after Dungeons and Dragons and not be able to, and they never played. I just thought that was crazy. But
they have an expert with them the whole time, just like a nerd.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't know, but I just think that it's crazy that the creators were doing stuff like that. But like everyone loves Steve, his redemption, his thing like that. But they were like Joe Keery had to go to the directors and be like, "No, I think we should do this." Winona Ryder had to say, "No, I think we should do this." Hopper completely changed his character. David Harbour went to the creators and thought we should do something different. Billy Max's brother from season two and season three, it was Billy's idea to have that like arc from season three at the end. Like maybe he was suffering from abuse and his that's why he was the way he was and stuff. And but all of those people had to go to the Duffers and say that. Like the best some of the best moments from the whole show were not from the Duffer brothers. Like they were gonna have Steve rape Nancy. Like that was gonna be like a big part of season one. And then they were gonna kill him.
oh man, I'm glad they
Yeah.
didn't do that.
I'm glad I
Yeah,
didn't do
and
that.
but they figured out that Joe Keery is like the best actor, or he has the most chemistry with anyone else on the show, and every relationship that Steve has is like considered the best. Like Steve and Dustin, Steve and Robin are really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
Steve's is easily the best character.
and Steve's like,
Like,
oh, he's this mother figure, and everyone loves him, and he has this great he was the king of Hawkins High, and he has this great hair, but he still can't pick up women for some reason. But he's just like a mother to these kids, and he's people's favorite character. But they were just gonna completely wipe that away, and I just think that's a huge writing issue for the Duffers.
Well,
Like I can't,
well, obviously they didn't, so that's a good thing. I,
yeah,
I will
but
say when you brought
not
up
officially
his
convincing.
yeah, when you brought up his redemption though, I do have to think or I believe that he didn't really have a major redemption because if you
yeah,
think
yeah,
about him breaking Jonathan's camera, that's one of the most justified things.
yeah,
I
yeah.
even believe he was like made out to be a bad guy because of that. Like if I found someone stalking my girlfriend and taking pictures of her in her underwear through my bedroom
Yeah.
window, like standing out in my backyard, I'm freaked out. Like I'd probably break his camera too. Like no,
And then
That's
she ended up
that's
liking.
very valid.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't believe Jonathan ever slept with her after that. It was like, and she even during that scene was looking at him like this poor pitiful puppy. Like, oh, you just got your camera broken. What? He just took naked pictures of you like a creep. Yeah, Jonathan is just, I don't even like that family, honestly, besides Joyce. Joyce is cool.
Joyce is great. Joyce is great.
Joyce, she I think season one Joyce is awesome, but then from season two to season five, she just turns into like I'm your mother, like I'm a mother.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's wrong with my magnets? I'm a mother. I'm gonna go to Russia to infiltrate a gulag.
Okay, but there is
and then
that
and then in
scene.
season five, Will, don't do this. I'm your mother. It's just like she just has the same kind of thing going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
originally, like Stranger Things was marketed as a Winona Ryder show. Like it was supposed to be kind of about her.
I mean, she was
She's
definitely
like the
like
big.
one of, if not the biggest main character in the first season. Like it was very much revolved around her story, and I'd say like Mike's as
Yeah.
well. But but I will. Speaking of Winona Ryder in Russia, she did have that one scene where she disrobed, and I remember watching that for the first time, and I was like, "Holy shit! This Winona Ryder has still got it." She is unnecessarily attractive for a woman of her age, and you
Yeah.
like a huge drug addict back in the day, and had to like fight to
Yeah.
the limelight. But she, as far as I'm concerned, whatever rehab facility they stuck her in must have had a Pilates machine because
That's what I was thinking.
that woman can get it, bro. I mean, woof. Yeah. So that's that's all I have to say about that. Um, but yeah, I just hold on. I'm gonna pull up this list of the conformity gate, just theories and simple mistakes that people notice. There's literally like hundreds and hundreds of mistakes. Like they come out for graduation and their robes are orange. That famous like turn dial was a different color. The Wheeler's basement door opened the wrong way for the first time ever in the show's history. And there was honestly so many things that the whole conformity gate theory, which was the secret ninth episode that was supposed to come out on January 7th, honestly seemed like I honestly believed it for a little bit. I hated myself for it, but I believed it because I can't understand how just lazy they were with this $400 million budget in 3 years to prep. It's like you don't remember that their graduation robes are green? You don't remember
Yeah.
go watch your own show.
And another one was like Steve. Steve always liked basketball. He never had anything for baseball, but he goes to be a baseball coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
was so random. I was like, why is he doing baseball of all things? Well, I
yeah,
actually I kind of thought of it because of he always had the bat. He always had
yeah,
the good swing with the nails in the bat.
yeah.
So maybe
All
it
right,
could be like a different
All
arc
right.
of his.
Yeah, so kids, you're gonna want to attach a bunch of nails to the bat, and then when you see it, you just kind of want to chop down like this, like kind of like this.
Beat it down. Oh. Yeah, I would.
People are comparing it to like Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones didn't have a great ending. I understand people's problem with that one too, but it's Game of Thrones is on a much different level than this ending because I've never seen an ending so bad that it literally sent millions of people into denial that it was even real.
Yeah,
Like that's a psychological attack on their audience.
literally, they had to create this theory to cope with how bad your
It was a
ending
pretty
show
bad
was,
ending.
and because people were just like, no way they would make it that bad, right? And just no way that they would lay it out the way it is. The Will's 8 minute coming out speech, Vecna's like 6 minute ending battle, no one getting into trouble, Dustin being a valedictorian. I'm sorry, I don't like. Yeah, I know he was a little bit of a nerd, but like he was dealing with a lot of stuff from season two
I
to
don't think he
season
went to
five.
Good
class.
That
point. Why did
dude,
he
they
keep
were
his grades up, dude?
yeah, they were going through it all that trauma, and like Dustin being mad about kind of a thing come, but Do you really think he was getting all A's during that time while he was getting his ass beat by a bunch of jocks? Like, I just don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
chasing
I mean,
Demogorgons, like
yeah,
it's
he's
hard to
half
keep
his
up your grades.
childhood is literally chasing demons. Like he's pretty busy. I mean,
Yeah,
Hello, yeah,
Ed, are we having a special
yeah.
guest?
You can you can have some romaine, of course. Good, feeling good.
Does he want to talk about Stranger Things too?
I'm sure he would, but he's cooking. He's asking about. Sorry about that. He wanted to see if he could use some of my romaine lettuce.
all good. It's okay.
It's okay.
Um,
We have to drug him and his family and take them off site and destroy his house now.
Oh man,
well, I know a couple of kids that can handle that.
I just let me ask you.
See, also like I wish we saw a little bit more of Erica too. I low key liked Erica.
Was that
She
Dustin's
was a great
girlfriend?
addition.
No, it's Lucas's sister.
Oh, she actually was a great addition. She was a dope
Yeah,
character.
she was a great addition to the show, and it'd been nice to see some more of her.
I didn't mind that she was in like season 4 and season 5. You know, she has the scene in season 4, episode 1, where she basically wins the campaign for Mike and Dustin in the Hellfire Club. But I didn't like in season 3 how she was able to infiltrate a Russian base. You know,
Yeah, that was a
like
little crazy.
like Robin, Steve, Dustin, and Erica infiltrated a
A
secret Russian
Russian
base.
base.
Not
With
only that, but they worked in an ice cream parlor 30 feet above a Russian base. I always thought that was just like so incredibly convenient that
Mhm.
the place they were looking for was just right. It was at work.
I also
Right where
thought
they
I
worked.
thought it was incredibly convenient that the town had no idea what was going on. How could no one see this? How can no one see a bunch of Russians going into a basement and being like in the height of the Cold War?
And they'll
This
be like, all right, this is a little weird.
the whole like town is really, really
So
stupid, dude.
yeah,
Like,
you brought up a good topic, Presley. Like the whole town is just scarily unaware of everything. Like
dude,
the
12
military are
kids
just
go missing.
taking kids.
12 kids go missing, and then every parent agrees to blindly send all their children to military. There wasn't one scene where like the military showed up at a parent's house and they were like, "We need your children," and they were like, "No."
Like,
Fine.
yeah, like what the hell is going on right
If
No,
now?
you're
like
gonna
no.
take them, I'm gonna have to come with them. That's called parent supervision. I can't just
Yeah.
send
Yeah,
my kid over to
I
the
can't just leave my kid in the hands of the military. Like hell no.
I I also think it's insane that at the end of season 4, the very last shot is all that red smoke in the air. Y'all know what I'm talking about? All that red smoke in the air. The upside down, it was hinted that it would be affecting the real world and stuff, and like all those portals opened, like they were all converging on the town. They were coming from different ways. Pause. And and that was the end of season 4, and then season 5 they just put plates over it, and all the town was like, oh, I don't know, this had to be Eddie, it had to be Eddie, like,
happens
oh,
to everybody.
oh, wow, oh, happened to your town too, like, no, like,
Dude,
and
just
And then
then
now all of a sudden the military is just like has like the like in the center of town just has their base set up for no reason. You don't get to know why. And they're like, oh well,
dude, just give
life
me
goes
one
on.
scene, like the scene from Weapons. Did y'all see the movie Weapons?
yeah,
You know when all the parents are like at a city meeting because
yeah.
kids are missing and it's only been like 30 minutes, but they're really concerned about it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and Josh Brolin's like, I want to know what happened in that
yeah,
classroom. Why are all these people missing except
yeah.
for one kid? And like, I don't I'm pretty sure there was an episode where there was like a PTA meeting and they were blaming it on somebody. It was season 4 because Jason, the jock, who's Chrissy's boyfriend, had the scene where he was like, it was this person, it was this person. We need to go get him. Like that was the only thing. But no, the military just come in and are quarantining.
No protests, no why are you here? What's
No,
going on?
Nothing.
we love the military. Come on in, guys.
Yeah, you can't leave your. Well, that sounds like that's against my rights as an American citizen. I would like to actually speak to someone about this. Can we get some no news coverage? No like presidential like, hey, Hawkins is fucking closed. Even the Simpsons movie when they put that dome over
Yeah,
Springfield, it was like a
yeah,
big national thing. But
yeah.
Yeah,
nation does
but there's
not
like
And
care
nothing
about.
about this.
if I think this is, I mean, first of all, the town is stupid. So let's just go with that premise.
Yeah,
If I were
very
the
stupid.
military and you were dealing with literal hell on Earth, you were going in to a other dimension to fight this otherworldly demon that is coming into your world. How the fuck do you not get everyone out of the city? Like, if you're gonna quarantine, evacuate the city, have like or declare martial law. Literally, no one is allowed in these city limits. But even if they
Especially
didn't,
these six children who are always fucking with our shit. We know your names. Get out of here. Yeah,
yes,
like
we know where you live. First of all, how is that house not under surveillance? If they're looking for 11, and you know that the Wheeler family, the Byers family, even Lucas's, how do you not have constant surveillance on them all the time? Like, and
Yeah,
Hopper, like her name is Jane Hopper. I know a guy whose last name is Hopper. He's actually a former sheriff, and he's like the main character.
let's go get them.
Yeah. How about
Go to this house.
where does he live? Oh, this place. Oh, it's kind of in the woods.
If only
That's
we had the
awfully
resources of
off.
the most powerful might of all the world to find someone 3 miles away from us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
ridiculous.
and and it's
Military
and
style.
then there's that scene of them in the beginning of season 5 where it looks like someone who looks like 11 and she's running in the woods and she's running away from the military and then they just kill her and they're like, ah, wasn't her. Like, and like I'm like you can't find him? You can't find her?
Kill as many kids as we can that we think might be her, and eventually we gotta be right one of these days.
One of these days. One of these days. Like what's that line from Monsters Inc? Oh, kidnap 1,000 children.
Yeah, like whoa, relax.
Mm.
I don't. Maybe all the parents were so nonchalant because they like hadn't heard all this Jeffrey Epstein stuff and they just really did not care about adults taking their kids away. I feel like if that show took place today, parents would be very, very upset. Like, I'm
Yeah. Can you imagine like people don't want to be without their kids for like a day or something? Well, it just goes. It was the '80s. It was a different time, you know.
I
But
don't have a child.
yeah, but I
I
still
would
think in
have
the '80s,
a
your
problem.
mom would be like, I'm not gonna send my kid with the military.
Yeah,
no.
I kind of want
Like
to
that was
like
still, it's still pretty
supervise
crazy.
him. It's my job.
Yeah, like you're, yeah, like kids had a lot of freedom back then, but they're not gonna just like, oh yeah, no, like it's totally fine for that. You let you take my kid right now, and all the kids around town. This is
Well,
not weird at all.
everyone loves the military, don't we?
Yeah, and everyone loves the military.
Every single person loves the military, don't they?
I'm a fan of the military
Exactly.
sometimes. Top
Well,
Gun Maverick, awesome.
um,
That was
the
pretty
guy, the
cool.
guy, the guys from Transformers were really cool.
Transformers,
Have y'all
uh,
seen Lone Survivor?
Lone
Yes,
Survivor, American Sniper.
Those guys are goaded.
Black cock down.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's so many cool military movies and just the way they depicted the military. It honestly makes me like upset just as an American. I'm like, oh shit, like do we not have like power?
And what's funny is at the beginning of season 5, they introduced the premise of the crawls, and it was something that like they had done it like 30
37
times,
times.
37 times. They had and like Mike and Lucas are clearly visible at like with binoculars in a tower. Like they're
Oh my
clearly
God,
visible,
dude.
and I was like, you guys infiltrated a I don't know if it's like I'm just gonna say it like this: a top military base. You've infiltrated it 37 times. 37 times. and it's and they act like it's like like coast is clear, like go go. No 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 wait wait wait. There's someone, and it's just like it's kind of like this high stakes thing, and it's just like, well, what about the other 36? Like were those just like you go through a tunnel, go in the truck, like 37 times. That is so that you are infiltrating a military top secret faction.
It reminds me of that the movie Little Rascals when they like wear a trench coat and stand on each other's shoulders to try and get like a loan from the bank. Even the bank is like, "What the fuck? You're a kid.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here." But the military literally was just, they have this place, the whole city under lockdown, and they can't even keep an eye on their base. It's just,
It's
uh,
crazy. Let alone from the like 8, 7 people they know in Hawkins that will kind of fuck shit up. They can't just try to keep an eye on them.
I hate to say it, but if I'm the military, like I would just kill all of them immediately. First day. Like if I was the woman in charge, the girl from Terminator 2,
Mhm,
Sarah Connor.
mhm.
Like if I'm her, my first day, boots on the ground in Hawkins, I'm going, all right, who are these freaking Scooby-Doo people that have been messing up our shit? All right, let's go to their house and murder them.
Much less capture, interrogate, torture if you have to.
Torture, yes. Like
If your goal is to kill 11 on site, you should literally find everyone and anyone who is associated with her. You should look for fucking Callie if you want. You should look for Lucas. They've been seen together. Look for Dustin. Look for Mike. Especially Mike. Like they all go to school. They go to Hawkins High.
I mean, one
Yeah,
helicopter.
I'm sure that's not hard to find. There's probably one high school in that whole town. Literally just go to school. And oh, I mean
yeah.
there's yeah. Well,
They could talk to a couple locals and then they could figure out. All right, I know who she hangs out with. I know
and
who
and
like
and and
L
there's
associates with.
there are those stupid missing posters that they have Jane Hopper like she literally went to the school. Like if your goal is to kill her, how do they not like have constant
Dude, one helicopter ride around the city and they could just see her training at the junkyard. Be like, oh, wait, like, that'd be like seeing Osama bin Laden doing push-ups. Like, there he is. They're like,
my gosh.
let's
Uh
end this man's career right now. Why are we playing this cat and mouse game? Yeah, there's just,
I wanna talk about how stupid that training scene looked. And I want to talk about so training scenes like, everyone loves Rocky. Every training scene in Rocky is dope. Like and first of all, you can clearly see the stunt double. I don't really know why she like needs one that badly, but you can clearly see the stunt double. She runs weird, and I just thought that it was so like corny. Like she like force she like disintegrates a pumpkin. She goes over a ladder that's been seesawed, and she goes over it and stuff, and then she does it, and she's trying to get it under a certain time. I thought that um, I thought that like that training scene, I thought that the stuff that she was doing in the training scene would be like something that she had to do in the Upside Down. Like I thought it was like that they had this place mapped out and she had to climb over a thing, she had to jump over something. I thought that that was like a literal obstacle that they recreated in the real world from the Upside Down, and it was just like no, she just had to get it under a certain time to be able to go. I was like, this is so pointless.
it was pretty just dumb. It was like, I mean, it'd be like if watching a Rambo movie, like before he goes out and fights all the Viet Congs, if he has to do just like hopscotch. Like, it's like, no, actually, please train adequately. This is a very serious situation. This is, I mean, Elle's powers were also super nerfed the whole season. Like season 4, she was a beast. In season 5,
Oh yeah,
she could
took
double
down a
jump.
helicopter.
Yeah, like she could double jump, and that was about it. I mean, like that was
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Essentially, it was just so stupid.
All right, all right. Trying to switch gears a little bit. Let's just give our final, like, if you had to
Yeah.
rate season five out of, we'll do the IMDb 5 star. No, sorry, IMDb does it 10 star.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do it by each like section, you know, like first half, first part of season five, second final, you know, we'll do it by three, like rate because I feel like each were a little bit different. So like
Hayes, team
starting,
leader. Hayes, team leader. You start.
All right, first volume, I'll give it a solid 8. I liked it. I liked Derek's introduction. I think Derek and Holly, we actually didn't even talk about Holly, but she totally stole the show. They
Holly
honestly,
did really good.
I honestly don't even think they should have added her in as a character because she stole the show from all the
No.
characters we know. But her and Derek were super cool. I thought the build up in those first 4 episodes were super cool. I thought the climax where Vecna comes in and Will gets his powers was super cool. I was very interested. I thought it was very entertaining. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 stars. The second volume, those next 3 episodes, I'll give a generous 5 out of 10. I think they were absolute fillers. Nothing happened, literally, except for them redefining the entire Upside Down, which too late to do that in my opinion. You can't just introduce that at the very
You,
end.
you can't just add dimensions in the final in like the last thing.
No, not cool. And Will's coming out, so that was just, it was literally just fillers, redefining everything, everyone coming up with a plan that
and
sucked, Vecna
and
being
gay
and Will
and
coming
big
out.
gay.
So I'll give that a 5. And the
Okay.
last final episode, the finale, I'll give a generous 2.3 out of 10. I just think it was the laziest finale I've ever seen in my life. It was literally so easy to kill Vecna, and uh the mind flare, which I honestly forgot about the mind flare. Me and Ed watched that finale together, and we were both like, "Oh yeah, that thing exists," and then it didn't after like 2 seconds.
He
So
he looked
After like
so
maybe 5
stupid. He
minutes.
looks from season two in those drawings and like what it was shown in the outline of it, and even season three it looked cool. Season five looked fucking stupid.
Yeah.
it looks
It
so
just
I don't
And I couldn't help, my heart broke for Eddie that he walked up in the upside down one time and got swarmed by 1,000 bats. And everyone
and
yeah.
not,
else in the entire show is just 100. That's the only time we even see those bats.
Yeah, I know. The bats just completely disappeared. Like that was like those were like the biggest threats in season four. Now they're gone.
I mean, the Demogorgons were at a strip club during the big finale. Like they were preoccupied, couldn't.
they're at a place called the Hive Mind,
Yeah,
the
off
Hive Mind
screen
strip
they were
club.
doing like really important things, but on
Hmm.
screen, so, um, so my overall rating for the season, I would say like a 5.5 out of 10. And my overall rating for the entire show, I'll say a generous like 7.2. If Conformity Gate was real and existed, I think we'd be talking an entirely different world. And honestly, like that would have been one of the greatest things I'd ever seen. That would have been one of the most surprised like I've ever been in all of cinema. And maybe I would say that it's like an 8.5, 9 out of 10 show. But because the last season was just so atrocious, I got to give it like a 7.2 for the final rating.
No.
I like
Jesse,
it.
you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Um, Volume one, I thought there was some with a lot of I had a ton of problems with the overall world building with the military and Hawkins and how incompetent they were. But I did like some elements. As y'all mentioned, we didn't talk about Holly, and which it took me a while to get over her because she shouldn't have been. I can't believe they just wrote her into the show and just like, oh, you have more screen time than all of our main characters who we've built up over 4 seasons, and they even replaced the actress for her. So that's something I didn't like, but I liked Holly and Derek's dynamic. I can't believe they introduced another dimension in the Upside Down in season five. But getting over that stuff, thought there were some pretty good character moments. I wish they would have built on them more. So for volume one, I will give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I was fine with it. I was excited where they would set it up, but I just can't believe it's just completely ruined by volume two, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
just
I agree.
you have all of that time, and it's just people. What Mike and Lucas, all they're not they don't do any. They're not there for any reason. They don't add value. And
Yeah.
because it's branched way farther than the core group, Lucas is now a guy that is just like there. He has he has no abilities. He has
Super
no
kick.
real dynamic with anyone. He's just there for Max. What?
Yeah, good kick.
Super kick.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he throws fireworks and slingshots really well, but he never, besides his drama with Max, he doesn't have anything to do there. And I just, and all of those episodes are just filler. People talking about a plan. All Mike and Lucas do is talk about a plan. That's all they do. And and then Will's coming out speech was just horribly placed, horribly mismanaged, and just incredibly stupid. Not that not that he's coming out, but just the overall logistics of it. So for volume two, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. The finale, I will give it a 1.5 out of 10. I just can't believe that they ruined something. It's the biggest Netflix show, the biggest probably biggest Netflix original. Correct me if y'all think I'm wrong,
I'm
I
pretty
think
but
sure
it's kind of
the amount
Squid
of
Game and
kick-started Netflix
Wednesday.
originals on honestly.
I think Squid Game and Wednesday
Wednesday,
are bigger, or at least
yeah.
the first season of both of those shows were. But in terms of like all the entire show, because Squid Games had a huge drop off after the second
Oh
season,
yeah.
and so did Wednesday after the first season. Like Stranger Things has been very consistently like one of the biggest
And
for Netflix.
it also is the first one. It was like one of their first
Yeah.
ones they did.
And that was back in
Yeah, and
2006
like
when like the
Outer
streaming wars
Banks.
really started and everyone had to have like their like The Boys. You need to have Amazon Prime if you want to watch The
Mhm.
Boys, Invincible.
Invincible.
Great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll get to that though at some point.
yeah. We will.
Um,
And
all right. Oh yeah, so
I just want to add a little like just the fact that you have your epilogue be an hour and a half and none of your characters get to where they really are supposed to be,
Or
like
Die.
besides Hopper and Joyce, yeah, or die, or Hopper and Joyce getting, and I guess they have their quote unquote ending, but the fact that you have all these setups and you don't pay them off in an effective way, probably one of the worst finales. It's up there with Game of Thrones. I'm not going to differentiate between the two, but it's a 1.5 for me.
So
solid.
total season 5 rating and total show rating.
Total, total season 5 rating. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Hated it. Easily the worst season for me. Total show rating. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Season 5 without season 5 would have been like an 8, 8.5, maybe even a 9. Who knows? But I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, okay. Eduardo,
Word. All right. I'm with you, Hayes. I honestly really like the first half, the first part of it. I give it like a probably also give it an 8. Um, I liked it. I liked Will getting the powers at the end there. Getting to see everyone like see each other again, dynamics and stuff. Seeing Robin and Steve working at the wherever that place was. Um, that was great. Like I liked it. I really enjoyed it. The Demogorgons were fucking on demon time, bro. They were just murking people left and right. Like it was hype. Like it was making me hype for what's coming up. And like what Presley said, like low key, the second part, I felt like just killed it. Like all that happened. I was like, this is some crazy build up. Like some shit's about to go down, but like just feel like I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting to see like that cool stuff. Like Vecna, like when Vecna pulled up there at the end of the first part, yeah, and just murks everyone. It pushes the fire backs, deflecting the bullets and stuff like that was sick. I thought that was gonna kind of how it was gonna be every time Vecna showed up. But I feel like ever since that point on, we saw him, he was doing nothing. Like I feel like 'cause it's almost like remember like when Darth Vader shows up in scenes like it's you just know shit's got to go down.
Literally
Like I
Rogue
you're
One. That's Rogue One. He shows up in two scenes, and they're the coolest scenes in the entire show, in the entire movie.
exactly, exactly, and that's like they were trying to go with that one scene. I think that's what they kind of wanted with Vecna, but they were just not doing that. Like they were just he does not have like he was not conveying that at all. Like like kids were literally running away from him. You know, like
No aura.
Darth Vader would have not. Yeah, no aura, bro. Darth Vader would have not let that shit slide. Like
No.
I don't know. It just like you're talking the power was just so like it was not balanced at all. Like one time they're this strong, the other time like they're this strong and not scary at all. Like it's just it was so inconsistent. And like the second part, bro, like that was just like it's filler. Like I don't even know what the whole point of like half that shit was. You know, like that was that was like the unproposal scene, right? That was in the second part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Like honestly, at first I thought that was gonna be like a really good scene
Will
because they're
you
about to die.
will you unmarry me?
I know,
If
I was
they
like, all
had
right, well
died, I think it
that's
would have been much better. I wanted them
that's
to
what I'm
die.
saying. Like I was like watching the scene paint out. I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna be a good scene. Like it's gonna be sad. Like these
Here they
two
go. Nancy
uh,
dies. Nancy dies. Jonathan dies. They both suck.
I know, like they're
Uh,
about to die. Like, all right, here it goes. But then they don't, and they're having this sweet talk with their men, all this shit to each other right before they die, and that made sense when they didn't die. And I'm like, all right, all this was fucking. That was just stupid. And now it's just like a funny, stupid joke. They're unproposal, bro. Like it's just like I don't know. I saw them turning, like going in directions. I'm like, oh, that could be cool. Like when Dustin was like, oh shit, guys, it's not a shield. Like, uh-oh, it's like what that thing is not a shield. Like that should have been a way bigger, like, oh fuck moment.
There was just no
Like,
consequences
oh
for me
God,
to connect.
oh God,
yeah,
I'm responsible for the death of some people, and Nancy just like knocks them down with a shotgun.
yeah,
But going back to your bait and switch point, when they bait like they should have died. They absolutely should have died.
yeah, they should have
And
died in
then
that
and then
scene.
and then and then Steve falling off that tower, and then the
Yeah,
screen goes to black. And the screen goes to black. I literally said, like,
like
I was
he
watching
ain't
it.
dead.
I was like, no, you're not. And then Jonathan defies the laws of physics
Yeah,
by
just
grabbing
grab.
a falling 190 to 200 pound guy who's falling off a tower, and he doesn't move. He literally just grabs him just like this. They both should be dead,
That's
most likely,
Batman
or
level of
just
strength.
Steve. One of those people.
Jonathan
Literally
does not
from
have that.
Jonathan Byers. I could kick his ass.
Any of us could kick anyone I know, women
Any of us
included.
could.
I think my mom could kick his
But for
ass.
some
Your mom definitely can kick his ass.
for some reason Steve Harrington can't kick his ass in season 1, but that's just a whole other
That's
Plot
just for
armor.
stupid thing about
writing.
Steve. But
Plot armor.
Plot
yeah,
armor.
Steve would kick his ass.
Jonathan
And
Armour.
I mean, I'm happy
With the
he
bat.
survived, but like that was a very stupid like scene.
I'm
When
just
I
like
saw
real.
him, I legit thought he got caught by like Will or something. Like he looked like he was like floating. Like I thought he was caught by like L or Will, but no, it was just Jonathan Byers with his Batman level strength apparently. Yeah, no,
Give
there's
us
just like
give us your volume 2 rating, my friend.
volume two. I'd probably give it like 5.5, maybe five, I would say out of 10. Not terrible. They're like I said, I saw them making some good decisions, and it's just like I don't know. They're not making the right decisions when I thought they should have been. But one thing I did like though, I also liked when Mrs. Byers touched up and killed those demo like the dogs in the hospital. That scene gave them a couple points for that. for that part, but still 5.55 out of 10. What I'm giving it. Not good. But then this finale, oh, I'm at 1.5, like 1.3, 1.5, I would say for the finale. That shit was just ass. It was just like it just made no sense. There's just like I wasn't like worried at all. You know what I mean? Like when you're like compared to Endgame, Endgame was the big all fight. Everyone knew that was coming. And like shit was like we were all on the edge of our seats, bro. Like Captain America got a fucking Mjolnir, bro. Tony got the stones, like crazy shit was going on. That fight lasted for what, like 30, 45 minutes? Like it
And
was
it
the
and it
fight
was
of
built
all
it was built
fights.
it was built up. The story was built up over the course of in real life 15 years.
Yeah.
It's Stranger Things was built up over five, like it was built up over a certain period of time, and you had these characters who
Yeah.
started off with great relationships, great dynamics between the families and the friends, and then at the end, there's just like, oh, hey, Mr. Clark, good to good to see you in this really emotional moment. Like,
Yeah.
where the fuck have you been? Where have you been?
Where the fuck have you been?
Like, where you?
I was hyped he brought him in though.
Yeah,
Mr. Clark is the boy.
I love him. I love him, but you
Dude,
don't
I've
see
been
him and
waiting
you
him.
don't see him until after season three.
Dude, I had been waiting for him to join the Scooby Gang since the first season, and he finally did and did like
Yeah, they needed him.
one little thing for like 5 minutes.
Nothing.
If he had died, that would have been a great scene. Like that would have been really
That
powerful.
would have been a great scene, because he not only he did that one thing, he also sacrificed himself,
Yeah, that would have been
And
like
then
a
like that was
What
just add way more power and like emotion to the finale, but there's just none of that. Like the fight was 6 minutes long.
no.
Like that was the fight of all fights is supposed to be like, visual spectacle. Like it's supposed to be crazy,
Your
like
whole episode, damn
edge of the
near.
seat, yeah, like Captain America and the hammer, shit like some crazy shit going down. Like they probably can't show this shit, but like Jonathan getting ripped in fucking half, to save Nancy, like some like you know what I mean. But they just weren't doing any of that. They're throwing water balloons, stabbing it with
Rem-
spears in its butt, and then like Elle jumps through
a, a,
its
a,
stomach.
a
Like
great, yeah, a great final battle that not well, it's a good final battle, but the reason I want to talk about it is Harry Potter 8, where
amazing.
like everyone and their mother dies. Wait, what?
I said
Definitely, yeah,
amazing.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Part two, like Tonks dies, Lubin. I guess spoilers for Harry Potter if you haven't seen it, but uh, like there's a couple the Weasley twins die. Like there's a lot of
No,
people that you
people
just
are
one of the
getting
like
Weasley
and
like
you
twins.
resonate.
Just one of the Weasley twins. It made it even
No, I
more
thought they both
frustrating.
died.
I would say that's worse. No, I think it's worse. I think it was one
Oh,
of them.
oh,
It's
oh.
one of the twins. It's even worse,
Okay, okay.
honestly.
Maybe I'm thinking of the other brother or something, but like
A lot of
if
people
because like
died
that
though.
that that sounds like that's heartbreaking. Like a lot of people died, and like who didn't Mr. Weasley die? The dad, he died, right? I,
I
Mm,
think so.
I don't think
maybe
so.
I'm blank. Maybe I'm blanking, but
I think A
this.
Weasley died though.
Yeah, it was
But
the
but you see the but you see but yeah but you see these minor. What my point is, you see these minor characters having heroic moments, having these sacrifices to literally save their world. And what sacrifices are, besides 11 and her maybe fake out death, maybe not, ambiguous death, what sacrifices do they really make to put their life on the line? I just there's none of that. Like they bait and switched it when they bait and switched it with Hopper, and they had this death in season three that he was like he's looking at Joyce with a smile, knowing that he had, helped out the team, was going to be responsible for the closing the upside down and the stuff with the Russians. And you like died. You're like, man, like that's awesome because he put his life on the line, and then nothing comes of that. There's no sacrifice.
Yeah.
just super late.
No. No. It's just like it's so much such good build up with like season one, two. I mean, I don't know. Season I have to be watching them, but some of them were okay, some were really good. But like they had so much potential there. And like this season could have been that season, like really like make it just that great show, you know? But it's just such a fucking just pile of shit, bro. It's just I hated it. I was like, okay, so I'm going on to that. Like my overall rating for this season would probably be like a three, maybe, I would
Mm.
say. The first part holds strong. I think that was good. I liked the first part. I thought it was good. It just what came after it was just a lot of bullshit. So yeah. And for the whole show rating, I'll probably get like a 7.2, 7.5.
About
It's
what I
good.
said, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, I think it definitely
Yeah,
has a lot of flaws. It's better than like I'm trying to think something that's maybe like similar. Like it's definitely better than Outer Banks. Like, you know, another Netflix original. Definitely better than Outer Banks, I think.
Yeah.
mhm.
Definitely better than a
Better
lot
than
of
it.
things.
Yeah.
It's definitely I mean we're crapping on season 5 a lot, but it's it's better than average. Like
No, it's definitely
the
better than
whole
Outer.
entire
It's a
show,
great show.
just the culture, just the cultural impact and the amount of fame that these people now have. Like Dustin Gaten Matazzaro, he just is gonna be Dustin from Stranger Things. I think probably for the
For the
rest
rest of his,
for
yeah,
the next million years. Yeah,
Right.
Millie Bobby
yeah.
Brown. Oh, it's 11. Like when you see Millie Bobby Brown she was in she's in one of the Godzillas. She was in Enola Holmes. You're I don't
I haven't seen
think of that as
Enola
a new
Holmes,
character. I was like,
so
oh, what like don't. It's bad. But
I was
when
about
you
to say
see
I
it,
was
it's just
born with
like,
a
oh,
wing, so
Like
I
that's
don't know.
L, you know? I mean,
it's like, oh, what the fuck is 11 doing there? Like, like that's kind of what
you
you
do.
that's kind of what you
That definitely is what's gonna happen. But I mean, that is what happened with like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr. You know, you're like, oh, it's Iron Man, Captain America,
But I
and
think
fucking
Millie's
Thor.
career is gonna go down because she can't emote. Like, and I think people are really upset about that. Like, I think we'll
Yeah, I
see
mean,
a lot.
she's been in nothing good since.
No,
No,
and
yeah,
we'll see
anything
a
she's been in
lot
has not
of
been good.
Max though. She's a really good actress.
She's a really good actress. They're thinking about bringing her in for
She's rumored to be the next Spider-Man.
Oh, she
yeah,
is.
she's
No,
going to
it's
be next.
confirmed.
Is she who's she playing? MJ or is she going to do
I
like
think she's playing
I think
Spider Woman.
yeah, like
So
I don't know if it's Gwen
like
Stacy, but
Gwen? Like Gwen Stacy
I'm
Spider-Man?
not
playing,
entirely sure.
I think she's playing.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever
Gwen,
she is, I'm sure she'll crush it. I think we'll
I
see
mean to be honest,
Lucas.
she would be a killer MJ. She would be a killer MJ. Even
She
though
would.
Um,
Man. She looks
yeah,
exactly
but
like MJ. Um,
yeah. But they kind of already have MJ, I guess,
uh,
in that universe.
MJ's actually Zendaya and she's black. So
Yeah, I know. I know that's technically MJ.
I do like Zendaya.
I think no, Zendaya's a good MJ. Although I'm just gonna be
Yeah,
honest,
she does a good
I
job.
don't think Zendaya is attractive, bro. I don't think.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never been. I've always been a Zendaya hater. Although I will say, she's about
She's a
to
good
own,
actress.
she's about to own this year, dude. She's about to be the biggest actress of this year. Listen to her lineup. She's got Spider-Man 4, Shrek 5, Dune 3, um, The Odyssey. Like she's crushing it, right? Like so
Mhm.
as much
Well,
as
And
she's kind of been like that for the past like
is she gonna be in
couple
Avengers
years.
Doomsday? Is she gonna
that's
be
a
in
good
Doomsday?
question. I don't know.
I don't know actually. I don't think as of right
I mean,
now Tom Holland's not in it.
Yeah, he is.
oh,
So
oh.
They
in
literally
Doomsday.
Yeah, they literally pushed the release a year because of Tom Holland because he's in the Odyssey.
Oh, so he's gonna. All right, sweet.
Yeah,
I would love to see him
definitely
in
in
it,
it. Yeah, we were supposed to
dude.
get.
He's gonna get the
She's
symbiote
probably
soon.
gonna she's probably gonna be in
But
like I mean, like, because I think the Super Mario movie, the animated one that comes out in April, she will probably be one of the top five like highest grossers. But like, she might be in all of the top five highest grossing movies of the year. It's a very
Toy Story
real
5, I
possibility.
bet, is gonna
That's
blow
gonna be
up.
crazy. She's kind of already been doing
What?
that, bro. She's been in like everything.
I said the only thing
Wait,
she's
what did you
missing
say,
would
Harris?
be I said the only thing she's missing would be Toy Story 5, which I feel like would definitely be one of those
Yeah.
highest grossing movies this year.
Hopefully, bro. I wasn't Toy Story 4 like a bust? Wasn't that a pretty bad
I didn't
Yeah, it
movie?
was
like
it's
it.
kind
I
of a
thought it was pretty
dud. It was a
lame.
dud.
I
I
thought,
didn't like it much.
dude, they
I
ended
never
it on
saw it. I
such a
never
good
heard
note.
good.
Like Toy Story 3 was like the most
Yeah, it's on
beautiful,
on
perfect.
on three. Andy letting him letting go of his toys. I cried. I cried. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that
I
was
cried.
very perfect, sweet moment to like, Toy Story.
Oh, it was like the perfect ending, and then they just brought it
Cut that
back for
off.
no reason.
Yeah.
I know that the villain is supposed to be an iPad, so that is interesting. And hopefully little kids watch that and they're like afraid of iPads. That would be like awesome.
Wait, that actually is kind of funny. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's
The villain's an
And kids
iPad
actually go outside again.
yeah, or
and
at
play
least
with
like play with
toys.
toys or just like do something besides like watch
iPad.
porn on their iPad as like a 5-year-old. It's like, dude, dude, kids can't even talk to each other or us nowadays.
Yeah, it's crazy. All
Yeah, it's
right, we're getting a little bit off topic.
we are
Um, we should close out Stranger Things. Overall new season, bad.
bad.
Ruined the show.
Didn't
Still
Bad,
a good show
bad,
though,
bad, bad. Michael Jackson. Not Michael Jackson. Bad.
Season 1 though is great. That's like
Season
an
one, if it
honestly a
was a
9 out of
limited
10
series
season.
show that was just the first season, it would be like a 9, in
Amazing.
my opinion.
Yeah, same. That season was great.
Oh
Season 1
yeah.
was awesome. It was a great show.
It's
It
one
was
of the
perfect.
best seasons I've ever seen of television. It was so,
No, I fucking love that
and I think
season.
the greatness went down a little every season. I think
Me too.
that first like fake ending of season 4 was so epic, and then they added like two fillers where the city like broke in half and hell was freed and stuff. And that just kind of like ruined the fourth season for me almost. But then I was all right, well, they're planning something big for the fifth season. And now I
And
know
then
in it.
it was not. Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. They were just kind of making some weird calls as the seasons went on, and then just like I had hope. It's like, oh, you could do something with this, but then it just never really. They just didn't do anything with it. Any of their big plans that I thought were going to happen, but and before, all right, yeah, I think we can end this talk soon. But like the cut scene to Vecna as a kid getting like the rock and shit, like that was just so like stupid. Like I understand why that was there, but what was that? There was really no implication of like really what was that, where it came from, and who that guy was, like and
Yeah.
how it ended up right
The la-
there.
yeah. Yeah. Just the last thing I'll say about Stranger Things is we can treat Stranger Things 5 like how Star Wars treats the Star Wars extended universe, how it's like a bunch of stories, but it's not canon at all. And we can just go through 1 through 4 or just 1 or just 2 or 1 and 2 and we could just treat those as just like the sequels, prequels, whatever, and then everything else is
Just
nothing.
it's nothing. It doesn't rely. It's not canon, so it doesn't matter. Vecna was
Yeah.
not canon.
All right, well, should we move on from
Um,
Stranger Things?
yeah, I think